Hey guys, this is Scott here with Post Planner, and this is this week's fan page review. And I'm going to look at a page here called, I guess I don't know if pronounce that, Cairns Local Marketing. And I'm kind of go over it and touch on some things that I see that I see many as well kind of doing, and maybe give some tips here to kind of help this page be a little better, maybe your page as well. The first thing is always look at the cover photo, and I want to say right out of the bat, I do not like this cover photo, and the reason is, for one, the images are a little they're too small, so they've been blown up, and the quality is very poor, and it's way too much text. No one's going to read this, for one. But the second thing is, there is a new rule on cover photos on Facebook that you can't have more than 20% text in it, and this is all text. So this would violate the rules of the cover photo, and and with you being this page being all about social media and doing things the right way, I would change this cover ASAP. I want to look to see if you did any description. You do have your description, which is great, and you've got your link in there. I'm totally cool with that, and I think that's a great use of the description. Most people forget to do that, but change that cover photo. Make it something that's more branding you, not just trusted by. This doesn't brand you. This kind of shows off a couple of your clients perhaps, but it's not really branding you, in my opinion. Now, also that 20% rule is going to come into play as well. The profile image, I'm assuming this is you here on the page. That can be okay as your image, but you got to remember that that's what shows up here on this little icon or avatar is what everybody's going to see on the news feed, and that may or may not be representative of you as a brand. Like, I can't see your face. I don't know what that says. I don't know what's on your shirt. I don't know what's up in that corner. I can see it over here, or if I click on this image, I can see it and get a little more information. I can see it's a photo of you, okay, and I can see some more. But I don't think it's good branding for your page. And something I will mention as well is here on your profile image, you didn't put the description and the URL. Make sure you do that as well every time you put a new profile image. What I would do for my profile image is I look at your website. I like your website. It's nice and clean and crisp, and it does have some of the same stuff on it. I would just use this logo you got here, just Cairns Local Marketing. And leave the phone number on it. That's fine too. You can have phone numbers in that if you want in their profile image, but I would maybe just make it where it's cropped, where it's just the Cairns Local Marketing and your little swoosh kind of logo there. That's what I would put as my profile image. And maybe you do some other stuff here, like you got some great looking images here, color branding, these kind of things. These are cool images. That look very crisp and say something about you. Like this one here is great. I would do something like that as a cover photo, but you do need to keep in mind that 20% rule on the text is getting enforced pretty hardcore, so just keep that in mind. So I would change those two out just to make them a little better. Your about section is good. Innovators and authority of social media. I might be a little more descriptive there, and say what you do. We help businesses rock in Cairns on social media, or something like that. Innovators and authority may not come across to people in an understanding of what that means. And also, when you put your URL in the about, drop the HTTP and stuff. You don't need it. Just do the www, and Facebook will automatically hyperlink it, so it looks cleaner, and it gives you a couple more characters to play with. You've got some apps over here, which is good. I haven't looked at them yet, but yeah, I like that you've hidden your like box. I love that. I hate that when it shows. I mean, overall, you've got some apps in there. It's great. I think it's good to have some apps on there. Just make sure that they're quality. If they're not quality and no one's coming to them, then you may not even need them on there, because it could just be, sideways energy for you to keep up with. Looking at your post. What I would say here is I like this one here where it talks about another great testimonial. I love that. What I would consider though is, what if, because your goal with your post, is to get engagement, but also to get traffic over to your website. What I might have said is, check out another great testimonial, this time from Jason Smith, Managing Director of Courses for Success, and then put this into, or all this right here, oops, put all of this into a blog post. And you have blog posts that are testimonials. That way you get people over to your website. The shorter the post, the better. This is long. No one's probably going to read this. I know I haven't even read it, and I've looked at your page a couple minutes here. It's just too long. Especially if I've got to click the see more. No one's going to read it, even on their newsfeed. It's going to be too much text. I like to keep them around 100 characters to 140 characters max, so that people are actually going to read them. My first job ever. That was good. You got 7, 8 comments. That's good. Mobile email opens now, 41%. That's not a bad stat. You didn't get any likes or shares on that one. Top tip of the day. Again, here's another one that's too long. Top tip of the day is great. Top tip of the day, but make it a blog post. Or make it an infographic or something that people are willing to share. When it's not something that people are willing to share, or people have to work to read it, then they're just not going to. This is too long. So I would have made that into a blog post of some sort. Here's the top tip of the day. Go here to see it. Boom. Or top tip of the day. And be a little give a call to action and kind of leave them hanging a little bit and let them know to go here to get more info. That one's good. He got a lot of comments on that one. That was really good. Which I'm almost wondering if these are from Post Planner. They could be. Future of Directions. That one's fine there. Overall, the posts most of your posts are short, but then you get these long ones here, and when they're too long, like I said, people just aren't going to read them. And then the second thing I would add is I think personally, you're posting too often. If I go to the last 24 hours, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and maybe even 14. About 13 posts in one day. Way, way too many posts. Unless you're a major page like Mashable or Social Media Examiner or Mari or something like that in this space, unless you're them and getting a ton of engagement, you can't post that much. I mean, I think you limit it to 3 to maybe 4 posts a day and spread them out better. And until you get that engagement up, and probably even promote some of those posts to get them back in front of your fans, so that more of them see it. With only 65 people talking about it, I mean, you're killing yourself because you're posting too often. What happens when you post too often is a couple things. One, a lot of times your posts get squashed down, and more posts from Cairns local marketing, people got to click on it in their newsfeed, so they never see it. The second thing is, if you're posting too much and you're dominating someone's newsfeed, then they're just going to click the unlike or the hide. And as soon as they click hide, that's a negative thing as far as edge rank is concerned, and it kills your edge rank. So, I mean, if you post this much and you were in my newsfeed, I probably would have hidden you at some point or unliked your page. So you got to slow down your posts. I know you got good information you want to get out there, but you've got to spread it out, and that's why it's really key to use like a queue schedule and those kind of things inside Post Planner, where you set up 3 times a day that you like the post, maybe 4, and you just pop all this information into there and let it set up the times for you. That way you're not accidentally over posting, which is kind of what I see here. I see you've over posted like crazy. Tuesday's the same thing. You got a ton of posts on Tuesday. So I would change your posting strategy. Post less, 3, maybe 4 times a day. Shorter text links, more photos that are original to you, that way, because those get seen more. And definitely change out your cover photo and profile image is what I would recommend. My recommendation is always going to be better branding that's consistent. When they go from here, your Facebook page, to your website, they ought to be able to recognize the brand. Right now, when I go from your Facebook page to your website, I see no consistency whatsoever, unless I scroll down and I see this, which obviously you've screenshot and stuck as your cover photo. So I would be very leery of that. I wouldn't do that. I would make it where it's consistent across the board. So hope these tips help you out. Thanks for submitting your page, and those of you who are watching this isn't your page, hopefully you learn from this too. Till next time, see ya.